Okay, good day everyone, and welcome to my channel where I talk about data using different software tools. So today we are going into Power BI, and this is an interesting dashboard that I've created using the Power BI, Microsoft Power BI desktop. And today we'll be looking at the various interactivity that is embedded in these uh, dashboard that I've created. I use the Power BI desktop application to do this. I've also updated in my Power BI service as well, but we are looking at the Power BI desktop now. But before we proceed, we should understand that I have a customized theme. That is why it's looking this way. Then I've also gotten a background image, which is designed using PowerPoint. I've also imported it here. That is why you have everything well placed at their appropriate place. So we have three major pages. We have the revenue and margin analysis. We have the income statement and the financial stimulator. So we'll be going from one to another. This is the revenue and margin analysis. Okay, this dashboard here has slicers that is having the supplier, the month name or the team. Then I have this particular line chart here with the card showing the operational revenue. Now, this line chart has a tooltip connected to it. So the tooltip is another page when you want it to display what you're having here. Okay, so this is the tooltip. It's just taking a while to load. Okay, you can see that the tooltip is another page which I've connected to this. So I want to see the operational revenue, and it is giving me the top four groups by revenue and the category of the product based on the quantity. Then I also have a smart narrative that is one of the latest features of the Power BI desktop as well. That is the one on top of that. So if I go to the next visuals to the right, and that is the profit margin, the gross profit margin. It also have all those tooltip embedded. The gross margin percentage also has a tooltip as well. This is a card that you have here, and this is also a card. Here we have a matrix, like a matrix table. It looks like the pivot table in Excel, and I can drill through for it to lead to another page. The supplier is Kappa Drinks. So I want to see what are the products that Kappa Drinks have supplied. So if I right click there, I'm going to see deal through, then it takes me to this page. That page is a table that has the details of all the products that are being supplied by the Kappa drinks. You can see the order name, the due date, and all like that. So I can actually go back. For me to go back here, because I'm using Power BI desktop, I have to click on Control, then I'll click on this button for it to go back. If I'm the Power BI service environment, I don't need to click on Control. It will go back automatically. And down here, I have a bar chart, a start one that is having two categories. We have the sales amount by team and category. So we have the category here in the retailer, the wholesaler, and online. Then we have the food, either food or drink. That is the category of products. This is showing that we are having more food sales than the drinks, and that is fine. That is also reflected in our tooltip here. If you look at the tooltip and see okay, you can see that the other visuals to the right, we have a pink and a blue. The pink is showing the food, while the blue is showing drinks, and that is commemorating what we are having here. Now, I want to go to the next page. I don't want to go through here. I'm going to go through this button. This button, they are icons that are placed here, and I've done some interactivity for them to go to the next page. So if I click on this, control click, it's going to take us to the next page. can see it's going to the income statement page now. So this is the income statement page. If I want to go back to the first page, I just need to click Control click, and that goes back. Now to go back to the income statement, I just have to click on Control, then click, and it's going to take me back to the income statement. Essentially, the income statement is made up of cards here, showing the revenue, the cost, the expenses, operating income, and percentage of operating income. These are actually measures that are created, and I've used them in different cards here. Then we are having a waterfall. So we are having a waterfall chart here that is showing each of the month, January to December, and it is giving us the operating income for each of the month. This is the total. It's telling us we have $2.2 million as the overall total for all the operating income from January to December here. From this water chart, it is obvious that we have um, the highest operating income is around August and September. Yeah, I think within those period. And here we also have a matrix table that's giving us the P&L, the vertical amount, and the month-to-month variance. The month-to-month variance have been formatted, here, and we're having all that. So I want to quickly go to the last visualization. So with Control click, press that, it will go to the financial stimulator. The financial stimulator is one of the interesting and most important feature for those in the finance world. Firstly, is that we have a slicer here, very easy to create. All what you're having here, these are parameters, and these parameters, they work with these cards that we have here. The parameters, whenever there is a slight adjustment, we're going to see what is going to be happening around here. Okay, let us look at a scenario here. We have look at what you're having in here. If we change the quantity items, what happens? If we change the unit price, what happens? If we change the product cost, what happens? If we change the expenses, what happens? So for instance, if my company want to do promotion and they want to reduce their price, the unit price by 5%. So let's see what happens if the unit price is reduced by 5%. um, you can see that the income that the company will be generating will be negative. That means that they won't be making any money. The percentage income, they won't be making any money at all at the end of the day. But if increase the quantity of items here, let's see by 20%, the quantity of item is increased by 20% and the unit price is also decreased by 5%. Let's see what happens to our model. Let's see what happens to our model. Okay, good. So it means that we are going to be having a 10.3 increase in the income that will be coming to the company, and that is a very, very uh, good one. So if you also change expenses, let's say we increase the expenses of the company by 15%, what happens? What happens if we increase that by 15%? Essentially, this is a financial stimulator that gives us what is happening based on our previous data and give us some prediction. It means that the company won't be making money because they reduced their price, their quantity have increased by 20%, but they are making more expenses. So they will still have like 2.5% shortage of that. So if we close up our promotion and we are not making any more promotion, let's see, we increase our expenses by 15%, we increase quantity by 20%, and we are not reducing our price. Let's see what happens. Voila, you can see that the company will be making more money at this time. Now you can see the income that will be generated will be increased by 24.3%. So that is essentially how this financial simulator works. This is the gross revenue, gross margin, and every other thing based on each of the amount. So I want to go back so I can actually slice all these by any of uh, the suppliers that we have, but I'm not going to do that now so that it won't take a while. So I want to go back to the first page, control click, and it go back to my first page. So this is essentially a very good feature of Power BI Desktop, and it gives our reports a very good visualization from the dotting to tooltip to the metric, the drill through, and every other thing. A big shout out to the Power BI experience for some of the resources. And I'm also a CIE code in City Data Fellowship for now. So I'm a CIC Data Fellow at the moment. So if you have any visualization project, you can always reach out to me. My feedback channel is in the description below. Thank you very much, and do have a Power BI lovely week.